the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep, Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear.
Granny ain't scared, and you better not be either. Welcome to Granny's house.
Welcome to Granny's house. Episode 35. Episode 35. Know your seasons. I know people are like, what does she mean by know her seasons? Well, we're going to dive into it in a minute. Give me a second. Before we get started, we do what? We go over the rules. How you doing, TT? I see you already here. We like, follow, and we share. We like, follow, we share Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Lemon8. We also do what? If we are on YouTube right now, if you're on YouTube right now, stop what you're doing, hit the little notification button, hit the little thumbs up button, and hit the subscribe button, like that heart, and it's free. It's free. I'm happy you're all here. Once again, we all know all images and words spoken or written belong to Granny. Your attendance is your approval, and welcome to Granny's house once again. So let's speak to our TTs as they come in the building. My first TT, Willikum Salam, beautiful. How you doing? All the TTs are coming in the building. Oh, hey, Sugar, how you doing? And I thank you for the brown heart. How you doing, TT? We are thankful for all our TTs as they walk in the door and they know the rules. You do what? You speak. You don't come in the house and don't speak. Queen Mother has entered the building. Y'all better throw some hearts in the chat for Queen Mother. Thank you. She is here. Let's get started. Know your season, right? Tonight we're talking about seasons. I know y'all confused, but we're going to go through it. Not weather seasons, life seasons. Because one thing I've learned is everything in your life does not happen at the time that you want it or at the same time. And it's not supposed to. No, it's not supposed to. Some of us are frustrated right now because we're expecting harvests. We're expecting harvest results while we're still in planting season. The dirt on our hands does not mean we're failing. It means I'm working. Talking to myself tonight, because this is a very personal subject for me tonight. Being in a quiet season does not mean God forgot you. It means He's doing something deep, not loud. We rush seasons because we compare our chapter 2 to somebody else's chapter 22. And then we start questioning ourselves, doubting our pace, rushing our growth. When the truth is, your season has its own assignment. That means your season's going to come when it's time. Just hold on. There is a season to build, a season to wait, a season to rest, a season to bloom. I'm waiting on that one. And a season to finally sit back and say, wow, I survived that. I did. I overcame it. I made it. Tonight is not about forcing what's next. It's not about recognizing where you are and honoring it. That's what it's about. Tonight is about recognizing where you are right now and honoring where you are right now. Not picking somebody else's right now, your right now. So if you're planting, plant with faith. If you're waiting, wait with peace. If you're harvesting, harvest with gratitude. Because when you know your season, I'm learning mine. When you know your season, you stop rushing. You stop comparing. You stop fighting yourself. I'm talking to myself. I guess y'all already healed. I guess I did enough at Granny's house, huh? And tonight, we're coming where peace lives. Mhm. So grab your coffee, grab your notebook. You should have your journal next to you. I've been telling you all this time. Grab your journal and come with me. We're getting ready to take the ride. And y'all go, you ain't really got a journal? Yes, I do have a journal. I keep it here. All my words and thoughts and aspirations and things I'm going to do. One day my children going to find it 100 years later and go, oh, she was a hot mess. But we glad she was putting the little notes down on what she was doing. Know your seasons. Learn your seasons of life. Everybody has a season. You don't stay winning, you don't stay waiting or working forever. And that's on purpose. It's on purpose because it's a journey for each season. Because at the end of the journey, what? Ta-da! But in between there's a little blessing that God gives us. We're gonna get to that, just wait. Confusion comes when we expect harvest results in planting season. So when you're going out of season and you're trying to jump the gun, that's when you mess up. And usually we end up quitting at that time because we jump past the process. We'll talk about that too. Peace comes when you recognize where you are and stop fighting the process. So tonight we're going to talk about exactly where I am because it's my show and it's my therapy. But you write in your journal where you are and sit back and reflect. Okay, as Teresa's telling hers and Granny's going telling all her business, where am I in my journey of my harvest or my planting? What season am I in right now? You'll figure it out because we're going to figure it out together. Maybe I can help you unpack and figure out what season we in so we can know how to go through these seasons and get to the bigger goal. Correct? Come on. The first one is waiting season. Waiting season. What is waiting season? The season of silence. Waiting season is the season of delay and preparation. That's the beginning, correct? Yeah. When we first coming in and we're quiet and God is working on us. So we're kind of working on ourselves, trying to figure out what do I want and what is happening? What am I going for? And then it looks kind of slow. And this is where we get kind of impatient because it looks kind of slow. But this is the time to sit back and start preparing for all what may come ahead. I see you, TT. How you doing, beloved? Preparing ourselves, the waiting season. Nothing looks like it's moving. You think it's just stagnated. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't doing nothing. But something is being built inside of you. In that waiting season, God is tuning you up. He's fine tuning you. He's preparing you for the next conquest that you have to jump before we get to that harvest, correct? And you go, Trees, why you comparing all this to all this food and stuff? Well, just get ready. Because we are in a season right now. Everybody's season is different. I know right now I think I'm in between some seasons, and we'll talk about that too. Waiting is not a punishment, it's positioning. Waiting is teaches patience. something I don't have a lot of. Waiting teaches discipline and trust. Trust that it's going to happen. Discipline to be consistent in what I'm starting in my waiting season so I can get to that bigger goal. Because if you rush this season, you'll quit later when pressure hits you. And this is what usually happens. We'll be running the race like just running, 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 running. And right at that point where we get that little bit of shock because we're trying to jump out of season and go harvest and we in the waiting season. And then you'll quit. And it's easy to quit because you go, well, I ain't did much. Well, I just got started. Or well, it maybe wasn't even for me. Look at you start doubting yourself. Yes, we do, because I do it. I do it. That's me. Just because nothing is happening around you doesn't mean nothing is happening in you. Mm. Fine tuning us, right? Just because you think I don't see it, well, and things ain't sprouting up around me, and well, my lotto ticket ain't hit yet. How I know he even dealing with me? But he is dealing with you and me and us. We're being worked on and tuning the better parts of ourselves to prepare ourselves for what we're asking for. Y'all better come on talk to me tonight. Consistency here, consistency in this season right here looks like prayer. Consistency in this season looks like obedience. Mhm. Consistency in this season is patience. So we have four: what? Prayer, consistency, obedience, and patience. Write those down in your journal. Are you dealing with any one of those in the proper way? Because I know I'm not. I'm working on it. My patience is bad. I'm working on it. Waiting doesn't mean you're wasting time. It means you're strengthening your trust. She said, "You made this subject this is just for me. I made this for you, huh? I made it for myself. I'm working. This is a season I'm dealing with a lot of little things right now. And most of it is fear in my own personal growth. And we're going to talk about that. Y'all go like, how possible? Well, this is why we're here. We're here to grow together, right? I needed this therapy session tonight. Well, child, you go get your coffee cup and ride on because we just getting started. You hear me? Because it's a part two of a Thursday. Waiting doesn't mean you're wasting time. It means you're strengthening trust. So waiting means that I'm trusting the process. Because if I quit right now, what happens? If I quit right now, I never get to see, can I make it to the next level? I never get to see the next level of the process. I never even get to challenge myself. And most likely that means I was disobedient. I was out of line with myself and with the creator. It also means that what? My patience was this little. And I didn't even have the faith. My faith wasn't even there. And most likely I wasn't praying. Mhm. Most likely I wasn't praying to ask him to strengthen all these things that we need with our consistency. Come on, y'all. Y'all better throw some hearts in the chat. If God said silence, it doesn't cancel it. So if God silenced it, that don't mean it's canceled. It's just quiet right now. Hmm. The planting season. The planting season. The season of work and obedience and consistency. So as we're planning, this is the season where we got to do the hardest of the work. It's just like if you're going to the gym and you're getting started. And this is the hardest part right here because why? This is the part where you got to keep coming the next day and the next day, right? You got to go to that next machine. Push yourself past that 5 minutes on that treadmill and go to 6. I'm talking to myself. I appreciate you, TT. You're doing the work without applause in the planting season. This is that time where it's usually just you and yourself and I. And it's the time where usually people are where you go, what's going on with you? Or you'll be going, I'm doing it, but nobody sees me. But this is the quiet moment where you want to do the work with no applause. Because you're now trusting who? Yourself and God. And when the time comes, you'll get that applause. That's what you wait. Don't worry about it. But right now we're doing the work without applause. And I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you. You're sowing your time, your effort, your money, your tears and your faith. See, I play on that word. Yeah, right now we sowing our seeds of time. We got to put in that time and that effort, right? The money, it may cost us a little money. I've spent a little things to do some things. And you may gain some extra money. You're gonna cry some tears because you know what our tears are used. My tears are usually for me are because um overthinking something or I'm being a thief of my own joy comparing my day two to somebody else's day 22. We talked about that before. And your faith. What is it? You're sowing your faith because this is the time to where you're working the hardest, you're dealing with the most. And we each have something that we're dealing with. Everybody's season is different. Everybody's goal is different. Your goal may just be to, I just want to eat healthy. But this is that time right now. You're putting in that hard times. You're putting in that challenge to yourself. You're putting that challenge yourself to go when I go to the store, what is that, the time and the effort? When I go and take that time to go in the store, I'm gonna put the effort in not to go in and pick up the Oreos. I'm gonna walk past the Reese's peanut butter cups and I'm gonna go put me a pack of some beets and some turnips and you know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. I'm gonna grab that bigger bag of carrots instead of that bag of Doritos. Y'all better mind your business. Planting requires faith because results aren't instant. You're tired, you're unseen, and now you're questioning yourself. But you keep going, you keep sowing. That's me telling you that, telling myself that. You keep going. This is the time we don't quit. We keep going and we keep sowing. We keep sowing those new seeds, sowing those things. She said, what? Bread, carbs, and pasta. Carbs, bread, pasta are calling me like Pookie. Child. And add potatoes in there. Don't leave out the french fries. Do not leave out the french fries. You're tired. Yes, we get tired. We get tired because this is the season where we haven't pushed ourselves this hard in a long time. You feel like, oh, nobody sees me. Why do they need to see you? Have you seen you? Have you worked on you? Have you looked at you? That should be enough. I know I'm working to make it enough for me, but understanding and seeing you passing that goal. See you first. You see it first. You visualize it. Then the unseen will become seen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Trust the process. Trust God with the process and not just the promise. Trust that He's going to help you through each level of these seasons to get to the promise that we're praying for, right? This is the phase where consistency matters. It matters most right now. This is where most people quit. Most people quit right here. Oh, girl, I gotta go tomorrow. Oh no, I went yesterday. Oh, can I cheat? I ate a salad 3 days already. No. All the things that we tell ourselves, this is the time where we usually quit because this is the time where we have to push ourselves and our consistency is falling off. Consistency is something that we need to tattoo on our chest. I know I do. Walaikum salam, beautiful. How you doing? This is the phase where most people quit. Feelings don't grow fruit, faithful actions do. Mm. You must plant before you ever pick or harvest. And don't skip this part. So don't skip the planting season. What do you say? You have to plant the seed before you can even get to the harvest. So you got to put that hard work in. You got to put them sleepless nights if it's whatever you desire. You may have to take some time off and turn off Netflix. And if you desire, you want to read your Bible or your Quran or whatever you want to read this year, you want to push it through, well, turn off Netflix and make that your desire. You may want to learn something. You may want to start a trade, a craft, whatever it is. But you have to put that hard work in right now. You have to plant that seed, sow that seed, so that so that those pretty flowers in that food or whatever you're planting will grow through and burst forth, right? To show that we're ready to start picking in our harvest season. You can't pray for fruit and refuse to plant the seed. Y'all better come on. You cannot pray for fruit and refuse to plant the seed. How's gonna happen? Tell me, because I'm trying to figure it out. I don't want to go through it and skip no stages, but you let me know if you figured it out. If you're if you're in a season of becoming, there's no timeline. You have to meet. Grace covers the slow days too. God is already ahead of you. Stay faithful, stay steady, and keep going. This is the part right here. What we keep going. Well, they say most people quit in this planting stage, the harvest stage. Even people who are planting flowers and things, they end up what you get started. I know I've done it. You'll get started. You go, oh, where is the little guy that come and do all the little gardening? Can he do this for me? I want to pay somebody now. Because it was the little hard part came, and we all buckle. And you have something. I know you were doing something in your life, and you were creating, you were moving and grooving, and you buckle. And what you buckle for? Because it got a little hard. Ooh, y'all ain't talking to me tonight. What did you buckle for? Let's see what happens when we talk to our little granny.
Life has seasons, and everyone matters. Some days you plant in faith, some days you harvest with gratitude. Don't rush your season. Come sit with me tonight.
Granny said, don't rush your season. Stay in your season. Don't rush your time. Picking season. We're getting close, y'all. But if you figure out what season you in, then you put what season you feel you're in the chat. If you are in one of them seasons that we already talked about, right? Picking season. Picking season is the season of small wins. We're seeing it. We're getting closer to the goal, right? Small wins. You start seeing signs of what your planet is working. You start seeing that I've been on that treadmill for 5 days, and I can see my little 34s is starting to feel a little better. My little 12s is turning into 11 and a half. Why? Because your consistency, you start to see just a little win. What they say, little small wins. A small win. Some small win is better than no win. Sometimes that small win is what we need for that to keep us on that consistent path. To remind us, to show you, girl, you all right, keep going. Oh, you got it, brother. You better go. Small wins. You start seeing signs that what you've planted is working. Not a full harvest yet. Not a full harvest yet. But enough to encourage you. Mhm. Enough to go, you're okay. Enough to look back and go, I survived that part. Enough to go, I'm gonna go a little harder. I'm gonna try a little harder. I'm gonna read an extra page. I'm gonna throw out something else in my freezer that I should have threw out. I'm gonna empty that drawer now with them with them hidden Hershey's. That's my business. Because I'm doing so good. And I'm enjoying this small win, and I like the way it's making me feel. Small wins can make you either grateful or lazy. Trust God enough to stay disciplined. Celebrate the small wins without getting lazy. I had to bear witness to this on the story myself. I am the queen of I'll get right to that spot and I'll get to celebrating that win and go, you know what? I think I need a cheat day. I think it ain't gonna hurt. Girl, you ain't been in this whole 30 days and you already trying to cheat. Because I did what? I got comfortable in that little in that little lane right there of planting the small win, and I got lazy. Why? Because I was comfortable in that little small win. Don't get comfortable in that little small win. See the word that said small. We're looking for victories, correct? We're looking for great victories in our life. Even through our hardest season, God has something beautiful in mind. Mm. My sister said the weeds were killing my harvest for years. Finally used the weed killer that I've always had, a lawn worker. Ooh, you got that weed killer in your pocket. Who you looking? Ooh. She said, I went and got some of that RIT, whatever that stuff is that they spray on our food. And I sprayed them weeds. I ain't gonna let them choke out my flowers. Not today. Procrastination is the devil of my life. You know your season. See, that's me. And I'll get caught right there in that little small win, in that picking season, right in that small win. And I start procrastinating. I'll go back tomorrow. Well, girl, well, I'll go tomorrow. Well, the next day. Well, what about Wednesday? How you know you gonna even get another Wednesday? Y'all better come on. This season confirms you're on the right path. This season builds confidence. Keep going. Celebrate your win, but don't stay there. Ooh, y'all better. We're gonna what? We're gonna celebrate our win, but we're not going to stay there. Mm, mm. Let's see what Granny said. Seasons of waiting are designed to prepare you, stretch your faith, and get you ready for everything that's coming. Ooh, see how we keep using the word coming. It's about to happen. It's near. You gotta use those power phrases to let yourself know I'm about to cross this next level. Which our next level is what? The harvest season. Harvest season. Harvest season is the season of overflow, the season of reward, the season of visibility, if you desire to be seen. Some of us don't desire that. We do desire reward, right? And the overflowing of rewards. What was hidden is now seen. So what you were doing is now coming to light. It's harvesting. So once again, if you was on a treadmill consistently, something I ain't been doing. If you was back on that treadmill consistent, you would have seen the goal, right? You'll see it a little bit by now. We're ready to start harvesting, turning the soil over and starting to pick up some of the profits or the fruits of our labor. Today is not yesterday's price. Me not learning lesson the first time it's costing me big time now. Sis, me not learning what I'm putting myself through now, I'm I used to say, and I'm saying that now, and I want you to say that. We used to say it's costing us because no, it's not costing us. We're in our proper season. Because if we would have got it at 20, what we'd have done with it? If we'd have got it at 30, would we really be in the position that we are now? Where would we be? You may be different. I ain't saying you wouldn't. But I know if at 30, I was a mess. And if it came to me too fast, too soon, and I'd have to go through the process because we think that these seasons are maybe minutes or time, fractions of time. No, sometimes some seasons last years. I went through a 7-year part of my life of a season. That was a heavy season. And I believe now that if I stay consistent where I am, I'm getting to the harvest season. But I know that fear keeps pulling me back from my goal. And that's something that I have to fight. No, I'm not healed. I am not always delivered yet. I still deal with being visible, being seen, being comfortable in the skin that I own and not worrying about what nobody else feels. I'm working on that. When I say I'm working on being all the way to the level that I desire to be on. And I'm thanking you all for riding with me as you are working on yourself too. I hope so. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? How are you doing? I honor my seasons. Some days I plan in faith. Some days I harvest with gratitude. I don't rush the process. Every season is working for me. You see, Granny sees she's planting on one side, the other side, she's reaping the benefits of the fruits of her labor, correct? It's the halfway mark. It goes so fast. I'm so happy that y'all are tuning in with me, and I think I'm seeing some love in the chat and some hearts and thumbs up. So that means you are enjoying this conversation. I think I'm touching some nerves too, because we all are looking at ourselves and going, "Ooh, am I dealing with this part of my life right? Am I dealing with this season? Am I maneuvering right? Am I not trusting the process? Am I holding on to my faith? Am I quitting?" But as we ask ourselves these things, as you question yourself as we have this conversation, it's all right to jot these little things down and come up with the answer and talk to yourself. Then go your prayer rug and go, you know what? God, help me out. Tighten this up. Help me to tighten this up in myself. Help me to strengthen this part of myself. Help me to see this season that I'm in is because you are putting something in what I'm becoming and asking you to be. You're making me into that. Your becoming is not mine. Mine is not yours. I'm so happy to have y'all here once again. If you're here and you just tuned in, we are at episode 35. It is Know Your Seasons.
How long before the blessings pop up? Because I'm tired.
Baby, this is a planting season. Ain't no shortcuts in dirt.
Growth takes time.
Wait, this was the same dirt?
Exactly. Know your season.
The devil said, this the same dirt. Grady said, because what? I knew the seasons I was in. And I planted it. And now it's time to harvest. It's time to pick, right? And she showed him, yeah, that dirt over there, that was dirty, look like this now. We're back at the harvest season. What was lonely is now celebrated. So what you were saying earlier was the silence and nobody sees me. But now you're being celebrated for whatever you desire, or you're celebrating yourself because you have a new win that you have come across. A new thing that you have conquered because we have been consistent. Another word, I'm gonna keep tattooing it in my brain, consistent. Harvest comes with responsibility. Mhm. You must be mature enough to manage what you pray for. So now you've asked for this. You've constantly been praying for this. You say, "Oh God, please help me to get this. This is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what I want to see for myself, or what I want to do for me." And it's coming to you, but what if you're not mature enough to receive it? Goes back to where we say that what? You're not learning this lesson. Well, it wasn't time for you to learn this lesson. It wasn't time for you to learn this lesson. You're in the season now of the lesson that you need to be learned. That needs to be learned right now. What? Every season it has its reason. Come on, y'all. Y'all better stop. Consistency protects you from arrogance, burnout, and fear. Well, you talked about the fear. Because I haven't been being consistent with my own self in certain things, the fear is starting to creep in. Something that I was burning away from me. I was pushing that fear out. And I was letting her know, look, you don't live here no more. Go reside somewhere else. But the lack of discipline, the lack of consistency is now starting to make me second guess myself. But as I'm putting myself on a more consistent path, I'm so, how can I say, I think I may be autistic myself. I may have to get myself tested. But I have to see things visually. So to keep myself on a consistent path now, I have a board in my sewing room. As y'all go, why everything is sewing room? Because that's where I live most of the time. But that board has Monday do this, Tuesday do that, and it has a strict, consistent path that I'm following. And that little bit of consistency right there, I see is already bringing me to a different part of the goal that I'm looking for. That little bit of consistency. Now imagine what I can do if I lock in 6 months. What you can do if we lock in for 6 months, right? Come on, y'all. Y'all better lock in. The same God that bought you up can keep you steady. Mhm. Enjoy it, but understand another season will come. So enjoy the season you're in, relish in and enjoy it. But don't forget that the seasons continue and you may be in another season soon. Prepare yourself. Take this rest time that you're putting yourself, that you have. Stay consistent in what you're doing, but take the little ease that you may be getting to prepare yourself for what may be coming next. We don't know what it is, good or bad. We're working ourselves to build our faith, right? To build our armor and protect our breastplate. If you don't respect the harvest, you'll sabotage it. If you don't respect the harvest, you'll sabotage it. Y'all better listen to that one. Consistency is what carries you between the seasons. So the consistency that we're practicing now is what's going to carry us from this season to the next season. It's also what's going to tie into each season, right? Because that it could be that one little thing that we're doing that's going to keep us. It could be a balance for us. It could be a balance for you or a good balance for me. I don't know. We're working on it, right? But we have to practice it. Practice makes perfect. Every season has a purpose. In God, no season can never be wasted. Whether it's a waiting season or a season of learning and humble beginnings, all can be used by Him to lead you closer to His plans and purpose. Don't skip the tough times. Don't give up because you think the waiting season has been way too long. Choose to give thanks. Intentionally discover the beauty in each season. In dryness, God is faithful. In blooming, He is good. All the time, our God is good. Mm. Consistency. See, keep that word keeps coming up. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. It's gonna get hard. Don't quit. Constantly, that word keeps popping up at us, right? Don't quit. You may not see it now, but God would never keep you in a season if He didn't have a harvest ready for you in the next. So we still in our harvest season, correct? Right? So God honors what you keep showing up for. Back to that consistency. Small repeated actions are what move you from season to season. So that goes back to what we talk about. Just put a punch in the fight. You can't stop. Because if you stop, then what happens? You that little bit, that little consistency, that one little thing you're gonna do, it probably would have been what it needed to take you to that next season. That one little extra push that you did on the treadmill, that one little extra walk on that one little extra cookie less that you ate. In that next season, it could have been what could have saved your life. It could have been what kept you going. It could have been what was needed just to unlock the little lock to keep you to put you to the next path that you were going on. I think I'm by myself as I'm working, huh? Cause y'all quiet. Y'all quiet. You don't become successful learning how to move correctly in each one. So you don't become successful overnight. You have to learn how to move. When I say learn how to move correctly in each season. Learn how to have a gratitude and be thankful for each season. Maybe if we had a little less complaining and a little more, we see the value of each season. Some of them seasons wouldn't last so long. Our lack of gratitude maybe is what's keeping us in these seasons longer than necessary. Ooh, Queen Mother done entered the building. Ooh, y'all better come on. She said Philippians 4 and 6, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. Let your request we may know to God. Ooh. Y'all better start typing over. We're gonna get it. What the verse of Queen Mother, verse 3, section 2. Y'all better write that down. She'll get her own verse in the Bible. That was beautiful. Let's go back to that one again. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything but prayer and supplication, let your requests we may know to God. I think she said, be known to God, and that's beautiful. Don't compare your season to anyone else's. That goes along with what Queen Mother was saying. Don't compare your season to nobody else's. Don't let somebody else's day 10 compare your day 10 to their day 1. It don't work because you were working on a whole different path. You're on a different path. We'll go look at somebody that may be doing something close to what we're doing and we'll go judge it. I had a sister I was talking to, she goes, oh, this I watch this lady and she's there and she's there and she already does this and hers is better than mine and I love what she doing, but I don't think I'm there. In that conversation, right there, that little small bit of that conversation, we had what? Doubt, fear, and comparison. And I stopped there and I said, sis, cut it out. I said, hold up a second. I said, we don't do that. But I'm talking to me as I'm talking to her. I said, we can't do that. I said, because if we start doubting and fearing and comparing ourselves, we'll never get to the next level. Because you don't know how long this lady been doing what she was doing. And then I popped my own collar. I said, but she ain't me. What's for her is for her. What's for me is for me. She ain't me. She her. And I'm gonna do what's for me, and I'm gonna get what's for me. I ain't trying to get hers, and I ain't trying to give up mine for her neither. What? Y'all better come on, come on, come on. Let's see what Granny had to say.
You know, Lord, I can feel this weight sitting on me. I won't lie, it's heavy. But somehow, you keep my back straight through it. I catch myself stronger than I ever thought I could be. And I know, I know this storm gonna pass. But while it's here, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the stretch. Thank you for the
Granny said, I know this storm gonna pass, but thank you for it right now. Thank you for the stretch of life that you put me through. Thank you for what you're sharpening me up for. Thank you for what you're preparing me to be. Thank you for who you're creating me into. Ooh, we forget that. Do you ask for that? Life is full of seasons. Nothing lasts forever. If you're in a difficult season right now, know that this too shall pass. Better days are coming for you. She said, talk your, ooh, Granny, girl, you better stop. I'm talking to me. I'm talking to me. That's what I'm talking to me as I'm talking to you. Better days are coming, and this too shall pass. And that word has been helping me a lot too. This too shall pass. It look crazy right now. This too shall pass. And I'm teaching myself, trust the process. Trust going through the slowness sometimes. We want these microwave lives. I want everything to happen right now. We have been so jaded by the internet and social media and the cell phones that you could push a button and something happens immediately. And you push a button and your food is hot immediately. That we forget the process that it took to get to where we wanted to be. We forget the process it took to really make food. Some people, when you're actually cooking food that's sitting around you, what's taking so long? Well, it's a real process to make it taste the way you want it to taste. It's a real process to cook it to the level it needs to cook to where I'm bringing back the life and the ingredients and I'm mixing and tweaking all this for this food to be pleasant and it'll be healing to you. But if you want a microwave life or you want some of that instant food been sitting in a lamp all day, some McDonald's or something, well, what kind of nourishment are you gonna get from that? Because you didn't trust the process. You want to skip past it. Just give me the little stuff that's already prepared. Trust the process. I don't rush God and I don't quit on myself. And this is what I'm learning. Not to rush him. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on yourself. Oh, Granny, don't do it. Because right now you're in that process that looks it looks it's quiet, it's lonely, and I'm scared to see the next level. And like I said last week, I said somebody told me I kicked the ladder from up under myself. I see myself right there. I see that level, and I've been here multiple times before. But a fear, a little fear of scared or worried about what somebody gonna say, which that's not even me most of the time no more. But it creeps up because I'm human. What is somebody gonna say? What if certain people see me? Who's gonna come with their drama? But see what we talked about, we gotta kill them words about our atmosphere. See, so if I wasn't letting that fear and that doubt creep up in me, it happens. I'm not all the way healed. If I would let it creep up in me, I would be at the level I'm striving to. But I'm not in that season I'm learning now. But I'm working toward that season, right? Because I'm putting in and sowing the seeds to get there. She said, be made known to God. Okay, so we said that your request may be known to God. Thank you, Queen Mother. We appreciate you, beloved. Thank you. It's a quote that Beyonce says that I say to myself a lot. I love it. She says in her song, I'ma keep running because a winner don't quit on themselves. So you and I will keep running. Why? Because we're desired to be a winner. We desire to see the goal. So we can't quit on ourselves. She said, be like Cedric. He said he wished someone will say something. That was Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac said, I wish him. I walk around sometime with that in my face. I wish you, but I'm still human and I'm still working on myself. And I'm still working on being comfortable in this and learning the power phrases of life for myself. But I'm learning that take the process in the season that you're in. Because the season that I'm in right now is a season that if I skip a step, what they say, I'll sabotage the whole thing. So I'm a little, I relish in my little win. I'm in that little win right now. I'm relishing in it, but I have to keep going. The consistency is what's going to allow me to see the great harvest. That's where I know we're getting. I wish God prunes us when He is about to take us into a new season of growth and expansion. And to all my horticulture people, my flower, my plant mommies and my plant daddies, what do you do when you're pruning your plants? What happened when you clip the dead leaves off? Hmm. What happens to that flower when it's relieved of the dead leaves? It's like our hair, what they say, you have to clip the dead ends off so your hair can grow. You have to remove all of the dead and the stagnation around you. We're gonna talk about that next week. I already got the Thursday. Excuse me, I'm jumping the gun. Look at me, not trusting the process. Thursday, episode 36 will be Seasons Part 2. People in your life and the seasons they play. Always remember that in our changing seasons of life, we have a changeless God. Remember that. So even no matter season what you go through, He don't change. We gonna change. People gonna change, but He doesn't change, right? So episode 36 next week, and we're gonna talk about it just a little bit to get us started. It will be Know Your Season Part 2. People in your life for a season. Everyone is not meant to stay forever. We know that. Some people are assigned to a season and not a lifetime. What they say, people are in your life for a season, for that reason, for that reason, for that little bit of season. She said, the living and the dead can't stay together. Come on, girl, you better come on. It's my TT right there. God uses people to teach, to stretch, support, and prepare us. So we're going to talk about next week, excuse me, Thursday, the different seasons. We'll go back and go through our seasons of planting and our seasons of harvest and our seasons of waiting. And we'll deal with people on this level now. So what level are the people in your life? What and the people that come in your life in your planting season? Are they helping you in your planting season? Are they sowing the seeds with you? Are they motivators? Are they haters that you need to shake them off? We'll figure that out on Thursday. Letting go doesn't mean they were bad. It means the season changed. And when I was putting this together, I said, I remember when I was in school, I had these little friends, and we should talk about how, oh, girl, when I get grown and when we become adults, we never gonna leave each other. We always gonna be together. We're gonna see our children gonna grow up. And then junior high school happened. And that junior high school happened, we started matriculating a little farther away from each other. And you didn't see all the same ones no more, and the conversations got different. And then high school happened. And in high school, some of us completely just stopped talking to each other, period. You didn't even see them no more. And then if you went to college, you if you saw that same person, you had them same friends, God bless you. But a lot of us, our friends kind of dissipated completely if they went to different schools or something. Now you may see them here and there. Thank God for Facebook. You can go on Facebook and see that person and go, hey, how you doing? And push on so you don't get some of them conversations. But a lot of times we don't see them people anymore. But they came in our life for a season. And whatever reason they were there for that part of the season that we're in, they weren't meant to stay long. But we're thankful that we had them in that dispensation of time that we were in with them, especially if they were a good person to us. Some people weren't good to us, and they helped to build us too. Y'all better come on. Y'all better come on. Pain comes when we try to put people past their season, or when we hold people past their purpose out of their season. We're going to talk about that Thursday. Yes, Thursday, 8 o'clock. We'll be talking about people Know your seasons with the people in your life. So as we leave out of here, let's see
I
what Granny
just
had
feel
to say.
stuck, like nothing's moving.
Baby, just because it's quiet doesn't mean it's empty. You might be in a planting season. Trust the season you're in. Growth don't rush. Look,
Granny said, growth, don't rush. So trust the season that you're in and don't rush it. Learn through it, grow with it, and glow in it. Even if it's a season that you may think is a little rocky right now, it may be a little bit of turmoil. One thing about us is what we have to learn how to smile through each season and find the actual lesson in that season so we don't have to revisit that lesson again when another season comes up, right? This is your reminder. Growth has seasons too. Honor where you are. I see you, TT. Hey, Trisha. Honor where you are. Growth has seasons. Honor where you are. So honor what season you're in right now. And get prepared for the next one because we're going to stay consistent so we can get to the next one. We're not going to sabotage and have to start back over again. Don't go in there trying to plant off season and now you don't get and none of your vegetables grow. Don't get to getting all discouraged because of the season you're in right now. Nobody's saying nothing to you. Nobody's clapping for you. Or nobody has walked up on you and go, girl, you look good. I know you lost about 20 pounds. You don't need that. Be prepared for when the season comes for harvest. She said, girl, I love you. Girl, you good too. Right back at you. Reflection of you, beloved. As we close tonight, and we're getting ready to go because I'm tired. I got a child in my house that his whole clock has flipped. He'll be up all night. He's asleep right now. He'll wake up at 10 and he'll be up all night. And we're up because he's up. So I'm tired. So if you see me in real life and I look like I'm barely making it, I'm like one of the Walking Dead, I'm in the season now where my child don't sleep. Mind your business. Mind your business. As we close tonight, take a breath. Take a breath and deal with where you are. And breathe and hear me clearly for the clarity that we dealt with tonight. I thank you, baby. I thank you. You're not behind. You're not too late. That's what Granny's telling you. You're not late. And you're not missing anything that's meant for you. Not meant for her, not meant for him, not meant for them folk across the street. What's meant for you. You are exactly where the season requires you to be. Every season in your life came to teach you something, not to punish you, not to rush you, not to break you. She said, I have the same problem. We got to talk, sis. My baby girl. We'll digress later. I done did it all. And nothing works. But you know what? I'm just thankful. In this season I am, it's a lot of things that could have happened, that could be, but I'm thankful that's a lot of things that I can still close my eyes because he will go in there and turn his iPad and go do what he got to do. That's his business. But ever since he told me, got me off conversation. Ever since he told me he wanted a girlfriend, he stopped sleeping. So maybe he preparing himself for when he go to date or something. He got to stay up. I don't know. But he will not sleep. That's his business. Back to our season. Some seasons stretch you. Some seasons strip you. Strip off the dross, the dirty parts of us, right? Some seasons sit down and sit you down so you can finally listen. Some of us have been placed in places to where we've been made to listen. And we can hear him more clearly. And we can hear ourselves. And we should take time out of your day. The best time is in the morning where the world is quiet. Go commune with God early in the morning and go sit where you can listen. And you can talk quietly to yourself and hear what is being said, what motion you're in, and figure out what season I'm in and how can I maneuver and manage through this season and stay consistent. And instead of fighting where you are, Start partnering with it. Be thankful where you are. Grow in it and glow in it. If this is the season of healing, heal fully. If this is the season of learning, stay teachable. If this is the season of rest, stop apologizing because you need some rest. If you're tired, child, go take a nap. And if this is the season of harvest, receive without guilt. So if this is your lotto ticket season, don't be guilty that you want that it's your turn. Give me a piece, but don't be guilty. Growth does not always look like movement. Sometimes growth looks like restraint. Sometimes it looks like peace. Sometimes it looks like saying, I'm not ready yet. And that's okay. It's on your terms when you're ready. Honor your season and trust that when it's time to shift, you won't have to force it. It will come naturally because you were prepared right on time. Because you've been preparing yourself. You've been you've been putting yourself, what it says, stockpiling. We've been stockpiling prayers. We've been stockpiling our consistency, stockpiling our belief in our positive words to ourselves, our trust, our faith. Y'all better come on. Thank you for sitting with me tonight. I appreciate you. I really do. Because when we're prepared, we're right on time. Trust the process and choose peace over pressure. Choose peace over drama. Choose peace, period. Because a lot of times we just walking around with all this negativity and nastiness and people around us that just have too much going on. And somebody has to be the person to go, not today. Not today. I'm choosing peace. I thank y'all. I'll see you Thursday. We already talked about Thursday, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be talking about part 2, Know Your Seasons. The people in your life. What season are they there for? Why are they there? And are they helping you, or should we throw them off the boat? Share, like, follow, share, subscribe. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. Allow others to join in on our conversation. Help and show others. Oh, before we leave, we forgot Queen Mother's saying. She done blessed us today so much, we forgot her little segment. Queen Mother's segment today comes from, what did she send me to today? She sent me to, let me get it go from y'all. 1 Thessalonians 5:16. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 says, rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. And we thank Queen Mother for that. That's a very powerful, very, very powerful. I hope you see it, and I'm going to let it run across the screen one more time. Rejoice always, pray continually, and give thanks in all circumstances. Then he said, for this is God's will for you. That's his will for you in his name. Amen. In Jesus' name, amen. You better hear me. Y'all better come on. I'll see you Thursday. We got a lot to unpack. Thank you for riding with me and your continued support. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. And TikTok, they call me Granny. Facebook, they call me Granny. Welcome to Granny's house. Also, Granny Unfiltered. YouTube, like, follow, share, and subscribe. I'll see you later and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Granny's house. See you Thursday. Bye-bye.
Knock, knock, who's there? It's the truth at the door. Don't wipe your feet, just bring your mess to the floor. stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep, Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea, it's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea, it's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea, it's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea, it's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear.